Hello everybody, and welcome to the face reading of the people in the news. For those of you who are with me today for the first time, if you get interested in the subject of face reading, you can watch my YouTube Introduction to Face Reading. You can also buy my book, Face Reading Secrets for Successful Relationships. It is available on Amazon.com. Today we'll talk about the faces of two leaders of Iran, President Hassan Rouhani and the supreme leader of the Republic of Iran, Ali Khamenei. The power hierarchy in Iran is different than that in the United States. Here we have a president, and he, or hopefully one day she, is the main leader of the country and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The president of Iran, Hassan Rouhani, whose face we know as a talking head of Iran when he threatens the United States and pledges to annihilate Israel, he does not have full control over the government. The armed forces, judiciary, state television, and other key governmental organizations are the subject to the supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, who is the leader behind the leader. So let us look at what these people are morphologically and see how their personalities and temperaments fit their positions and how they, as adversaries, face the great Satan, the USA, and its president, Donald Trump, of course. I did a separate reading, by the way, of Donald Trump more than 3 years ago. In fact, it was my first reading for this site, way before Donald Trump became president. I also want to make one correction. Now, when I'm looking at Trump's profile, I identified Trump 3 years ago as a sanguine/lymphatic. And since he became a president, it became so clear that the man just doesn't stop. He just does not stop. Talking, acting, going from one thing to another. That's what made me rethink and revisit my original video. A pure sanguine does not have the energy to do so much. So I looked at the pictures again and realized my mistake by examining the photo of his younger age. Though his forehead is tilted and the chin is protruding, these two characteristics are of sanguine. The third one, the corner of the jaw, that stands for endurance, is really under the angle, meaning that his energy is that of a bilious. So Donald Trump is a sanguine, red line, bilious, green line, and lymphatic, blue line. He is impulsive and impatient, having short attention span, and the need to always have the last word as a sanguine. Once he starts some endeavor, he has the stamina to keep going as a bilious. And with age, he acquired the lymphatic qualities of seeing the forest behind the tree and being able to tame the impulse to action and pause, though I think he still has some work to do on that matter. Now let's see what opponents look like. Let's start with the face of President Hassan Rouhani. Because these guys have beards, we may have to rely on the pictures taken of them from younger age. It looks like Rouhani at younger age was almost a Mars, if it wouldn't be for these puffy moon cheeks. But on his contemporary picture, it looks like he lost that puffiness. Just look close. And if that is so, he is a Mars now indeed. And what do we know about Mars personality? That they are fighters. They have no patience for diplomacy. They want to turn any conflict into a confrontation. The question is, could someone like this to rise to such a high position? Remember, That is only his personality, persona, the mask. And under the masks is one's true characteristics, which is temperament. It appears that his temperament is also sanguine, that protruding chin, the straight corner of the jaw, which goes along with his Mars face, all impulse and courage and aggression. But wait, what about the forehead? The trait that stands from the form of intelligence and will. The forehead is roundish, and yes, you can make a straight line from the forehead to the chin. So that part is really bilious. So we have a man who is outwardly impulsive and impatient, ready to fight and not interested in the compromise. That's for persona, with the hidden power of will and long-term plans, an internal sense of order that stands for the bilious. It's strengthened, of course, by mercurial eyebrows, what we call the trickster eyebrows, allowing him to easily maneuver between the impulse and the order, force and diplomacy. Coupled with the conquering tip of the nose, red arrow, and the long almond nostrils, yellow arrow, which stands for high intelligence, Hassan Rouhani presents a formidable opponent to anyone on his way. But wait, he's only a big general, so to speak. The real head of the state, the real power behind all is this man, the supreme leader of the Islamic Republic, Ali Khamenei. I hope I pronounce the name correctly. Right away we can see the difference. Ali Khamenei's ears are far from the scalp, meaning that he is very independent, while though a mighty man, Rouhani has his ears attached, almost attached, looks like they're attached to his head. So it's not surprising the one who is giving orders is the Ali, not Hassan. Once again, let's look at now Khamenei, and we'll have to look at his younger age pictures. Yes, it looks like Khamenei is a pure son, meaning that he is the least aggressive of all sanguine personalities. He does not do things to conquer, to prove himself, or to seduce someone. He is naturally detached, aloof, and distant, and often mistakenly perceived, maybe perceived as arrogant. But he is not arrogant. He is simply comfortable being on his own. He forms few close relationships and is very choosy whom he picks as friends. He's a good learner, and unless asked, he doesn't share his ideas readily. As a son, he can work an entire lifetime for one cause, scientific, monetary, or whatever course he chooses, and feel good about choices he makes regarding what other people think about them. His mind is analytical. Like Mercury, he is capable of both having original creative ideas as well as seeing old ideas in a new way. Another interesting feature, look at the line along the closed lips. You may remember the meaning of it. It means executive power, the ability to organize and make things happen. And as you can see, more than likely, nowadays, Ali Khamenei still has the son personality. And what about his temperament, the qualities behind the person, that which he came into this world with? That is interesting. Very interesting, isn't it? He is clearly a nervous temperament. So we have a man who is an intellectual, has very quick mind, and in fact, quickest mind of all temperaments. He's hypersensitive, charming, and very creative. He is able to be diplomatic, yielding, and patient when needed, seductive and appeasing, if it serves his goals, manipulative, forcing, or compromising, whatever is necessary. A perfect politician. But remember, all this with the aloof face of the sun. Look, I am an American citizen. I love this country, and I wish my president well. But if it would not be for the USA being a military superpower, and I think if we were to simply unleash the qualities of these two men against qualities of Trump, the aloofness and depth of knowledge of Khamenei, and the straightforwardness and fighting spirit of Rouhani against the fighting spirit of Trump, and the brilliance, shape-shiftedness, charm, manipulativeness, and flexibility of Khamenei, along with courage, endurance, deliberation, and sense of order of Rouhani against the courage and impulsivity of Trump, I will leave it to you to decide who would prevail. The people of Iran are 80 million strong, a little more. Ancient people with history of great innovations in literature, art, medicine, architecture, astronomy, and every aspect of human endeavor. Talented, intelligent, and creative people led by such formidable leaders like Khamenei and Rouhani. People of Iran are capable of achieving a lot. The question is, a lot of what? That is beyond the subject of face reading. It is a matter of values and ideas that inspire these people. I have to add, what stands behind Donald Trump is not only power of military. As I said before, but I think it's not enough. People are not streaming to immigrate to Iran. Thousands upon thousands, year after year, decade after decade, people are trying to become citizens of the United States. The question is why? That's the key. And that is all for Ali Khamenei and Hassan Rouhani. Thank you for being with me today. Peace to all who want to live in peace.